there is a high probability that there may not be a single adult in India who has not faced corruption, be it getting an admission in school, obtaining a driving license, or registering a property. Corruption in India is so prevalent that it has become an integral part of our lives. Of course, this does not mean everyone is corrupt. There are still people who refuse to give bribe and also those who refuse to take. In the context of the recent demonetization, let us understand what is black money. Black money is that amount of money that you have earned for which you haven't paid tax, although you should have. Black money can be of two types: money earned through illegal means such as selling drugs, bribery, etc., or money earned through legitimate means but not declared to the government, such as businesses not showing their actual revenues. So the next question is black money only with the rich? No. Let's say you are a salaried person who also have other income such as a rental income from two of your apartments. Because you are a salaried person, your employer will deduct tax from your monthly salary. Therefore, this income is white. Now, let us assume that you have not declared your rental income of say rupees 50,000 per month in your tax declaration. This means you are not paying tax on your yearly rental income of rupees 6 lakhs. This is black money. If you did declare your additional rental income and paid tax, then this would also be white income. Let's take another example of a small roadside vendor who may not even have a PAN card. If his income is more than 2.5 lakh per annum, then he has black money because he does not pay tax. As per the reports in 2016, in India, only 12.5 million people pay income tax against a population of 1.23 billion, which means just 1% of population have a taxable income of more than 2.5 lakh per annum. You heard it right. If in reality only 1% of population earned a taxable income, then we would be some underdeveloped country where everyone is grappling for daily existence. So what about the rest who aren't paying tax or not showing full income? They are all black money. Therefore, in view of the enormous black money, what steps have the present government taken? In 2014, as suggested by Supreme Court of India, the present government constituted a special investigation team for money stashed outside India. In 2015, the government passed the Undisclosed Foreign Income and Assets Act, otherwise known as the Black Money Act. This aims to curb black money on undisclosed foreign assets and income and impose tax and penalty on such income from July 2015. To promote this, a voluntary disclosure of income program was started between July to September, where an individual could declare their foreign assets, pay the tax of 30% and a penalty of 30% and live in peace. Their anonymity was guaranteed by the government. Through this, around 4,147 crores were declared by individuals. By 2016, renegotiation of tax treaties and automatic information sharing was signed between India and various countries. Double taxation avoidance agreements with tax havens like Mauritius and Cyprus were rewritten to plug loopholes. A prominent route for black money conversion for Indians was by round-tripping black money through Mauritius. As per the earlier treaty, India wouldn't charge capital gains tax if the money came from Mauritius, and Mauritius in turn didn't tax the capital gains from India because they don't tax capital gains for their residents. So all one had to do was to route the black money out of India through shell companies and invest it back in India through the Mauritius route. As per the new rewritten agreement, such capital gains can be taxed by India starting April 2017. Of the many black money havens, Switzerland has also signed a joint declaration for automatic exchange of information between Switzerland and India from September 2019. Another initiative taken by the present government in 2016 was the Income Declaration Scheme, in which opportunity was given to the citizen who had not paid taxes in the past to come forward and declare their undisclosed income, pay 45% as tax and penalty, and live in peace. Further, Benami Transaction Bill was passed this year, which is aimed at seizing and prosecuting those properties that have been held by one person or a fictitious person but paid by someone else. We need to understand that corruption is not limited to just exchange of cash but also that of assets. The demonetization drive on 8th November 2016 was after all these earlier opportunities given for people to come clean. How is the demonetization going to impact black money? The demonetization is targeted at those people who have amassed huge sums of black money through illegal means or by not disclosing their true income, and also those generating counterfeit notes. The big players, be it corrupt government officials, small, medium and large business houses, landowners, professionals, would have stashes of rupees 5,000 and rupees 1,000 notes. With the demonetization, the only way these players can convert these notes is by depositing it in the bank or exchanging through the bank. In both cases, if the money is considerably more than what was declared by the individuals in the past years, the income tax department will ask for explanation on the source of income and thus they would get caught. With regard to the counterfeit notes, as obvious as it is, they become valueless. How does the government gain by this? For people who have been caught with black money, the government gains through taxation and penalty on this undisclosed amount. For the amount of money that was in circulation but was not exchanged or deposited in the bank, it is as good as the government getting 100% of the money back, because now they can print new notes and send it for circulation. The money that is collected through tax can be used for various public services such as building infrastructure in rural and urban India, providing better healthcare, increasing the quality of life for every citizen, etc., which also increases employment opportunities for skilled and unskilled labor. Since the tax base will also increase, the government can lower the tax rates, giving relief to the salaried middle class. So why are some big hoarders destroying their black money instead of exchanging? This is because if they exchange and get caught, from now on, every year they will need to start showing the actual income, because the income tax department now knows the actual income. So they would not be able to accumulate black money in the future. So in short, demonetization helps in the following ways. In one swipe, removes most of the black money held as cash. The corrupt loses their hard-earned black money. Counterfeit notes becomes valueless. Naxalites and terrorists, which were running on huge holdings of cash, becomes cash-starved. Political campaigning becomes relatively cleaner. Earlier, the person standing had to pay huge sums to the party for the seat and also paid the locals to vote for him, only to later recover the money through corruption. Now, why was only rupees 500 and 1000 notes banned, although there were a lot of counterfeit 100 notes? This is because most of the black money is stored in higher denominations. For example, you can store 100 crores at home in rupees 1000 denomination and it will only weigh 12 kgs. Whereas, if the same amount is stored in rupees 100 denomination, it would weigh 1000 kgs. Will demonetization stop black money creation in future? No. Demonetization only helps in bringing the cash account of the culprits to near zero. Unless loopholes are plugged, the black money accumulation will continue. Where else should the government concentrate? Political funding is a big black hole. When an ordinary citizen deposits money in a bank account, we are expected to furnish our details. However, the same isn't true for political parties. As per the present rules, any contribution less than rupees 20,000 does not need any documentation. In 2014, 75% of contribution for the 6 major political parties came from undocumented sources. So how does this impact? The impact is on governance. Business houses and real estates are major contributors to political parties. They invest their black money through these untraceable contributions and then get political favors once the party is elected to government. The nexus is deep-rooted. Okay, so what are the perils of demonetization? The real estate will be hit. Will it be a correction of around 30% or a crash? Totally depends on how the banks and governments decide to handle it. In September 2008, when Lehman Brothers declared bankruptcy, real estate prices crashed globally. In India, it dipped only marginally, after which it continued to rise. How did real estate in India continue to rise when the rest of the world was reeling? The answer to that is the bank lending. Between September 2008 to February 2009, bank lending to commercial real estate increased from around 78,000 crores to 91,000 crores. What happened here was the banks bailed out the builders by giving them fresh loans for them to pay back their earlier loans. Therefore, the builders did not cut prices as they had enough money, and the prices continued to rise. As of August 2016, the total lending by the banks to the builders is around 1,81,000 crores. So the question is, will the banks do the same this time too, or will builders be cash strapped and lower the prices? Only time can answer this. So what happens if the prices fall? If the prices fall, then homes become more affordable for people to buy, and this will increase demand, which will in turn increase the need for unskilled labor, that is job creation. However, if the builders start defaulting loans, we will get into a much messier crisis. Already, banks are reeling with corporate bad debts. Builders too defaulting will make the situation worse. Further, if a builder defaults, the right of property is with the bank which has financed the builder and not with the buyer nor the buyer's bank. That is, even if your builder has completed your unit, you nor your financing bank will have any rights on the property, because the first right to the property is with the bank which has financed the builder. Another challenge with the demonetization is a temporary lull in the economy due to the cash crunch. Every month, 1 million individuals enter into the workforce in India. Will these people be able to find jobs? Will the government be able to create an environment for job creation? Only time will tell. This move is a very bold move by the government, and this scale of change has never been done before by any government across the globe. The success or failure lies on the shoulder of the government, the opposition, and each Indian.